Thank you for letting me share with you our 5-year vision of the College of Prayer. The College of Prayer was started 23 years ago with a vision to mentor pastors and leaders to reach a lost world through a revived church. We had no idea where God would take it. We never had a goal-setting session. We never had a roundtable where we did strategic thinking of how we're going to take this ministry around the world. God has been in front of us. And I want you to know that this 5-year vision that God put in us did not come from a roundtable strategic planning session. It came from a prayer session. We were on the call with 19 of our leaders from all over the world, and God spoke to us. He said, I want you to ask me for 5 more years. We thought 5 years. We've been planning to celebrate our 25th anniversary as a movement. And God said, you got 2 years to get ready for your final 3-year push. And during those 5 years, during that final push, by the grace of God, I want you to ask me for the nations. Now, we've been asking for the nations for 15 years. But he said, I want you to go to every nation. I want you to ready the nations for my return. I want you to ready the nations, the church in every nation, to reach the final unreached people within their reach. I want an upper room, a revival prayer gathering in every nation. And I want you to do whatever you can to ready the church in every nation, to all nations. And that became the first of our 5-year vision. The second, the Lord's been clearly saying, I'm not done with America. I'm not done with America. The College of Prayer has a role to play in readying the church for the glory of God to revisit the land here in the United States. And a year ago, God began giving us strategies on how we could prepare resources to resource pastors and small group leaders and kingdom leaders throughout the church in the United States to build praying churches and to build houses of prayer everywhere. That became the second part of our 5-year vision. The third, God said, rally more prayer. You're going to need more prayer to fulfill the vision. And we've begun to rally all the 83 nations in prayer on behalf of our 5-year vision. And that became the third plank in our vision. The fourth is $1 million to, by the grace of God, receive $1 million to fund the movement. We know, and we've known for years, that God has entrusted to us $1 million movement, and it's time to have $1 million in resources. And that's the fourth plank in our vision. And the final is to mobilize and empower and activate and release all the leaders around the world that we have trained to fulfill this vision with us. You know, it's been an awesome thing to be grounded, so to speak, during these months. Normally we would have taken 3, 4, a dozen trips by now in this year, but we haven't been able since February to go anywhere. But in this time we've pioneered many nations that we never had a College of Prayer campus in that we do today. And before the end of the year, we are asking God for 17 nations. And this next week I'm going to be training 6 of them across southern Africa by the grace of God, pioneering nations. And we're not going there. We're training leaders to go there. And most of the future nations that will be pioneered will be done by indigenous leaders around the world. So thank you for letting me share with you our 5-year vision. And I submit it to you, not just for information, but for activation. I invite you to be part of this vision. Please join us. We need you on the team. If you're a teacher, a kingdom leader, we need you joining the team to pass on and to train indigenous leaders around the world. If you're a business owner, join with us. We need you. We need you to join the teaching of other business leaders and to invest your resources in this movement. If you're an intercessor, we need you. We need you as part of the prayer team. The time is now. The Lord has exhorted us, and it's brought us to tears. It's brought us to our knees. Ask me for 5 more years. 5 more years to ready the church for the return of Christ. And in the meantime, to ready the church to reach the final unreached people. Don't think for a moment that the College of Prayer is only a prayer mobilizing movement. It is that, but it's also a mission mobilizing movement. Because when the church is revived, that's when God gives them divine strategies and keys to reach those final unreached people on earth. God bless you. As kingdom leaders, let's link together as we reach the nations.